मेरे पिताजी यहीं पे क्यों अदृश्य हुए?
Great first film, but only a decent prequel. That's my one line verdict on Kantara Chapter 1. And if you're wondering why I say that, stick around because this film has surprises, strengths, and a few issues that I think you should know before you watch. So, Kantara Chapter 1 is a prequel. The story goes back to the origins of the folklore we saw in Kantara. And the best part is that they didn't reveal too much in the trailer and only set the mood with it, because of which there are plenty of surprises waiting for you. Now, without giving any spoilers, let me give you the crux by first talking about the heart of this universe, the folklore itself. One of the biggest strengths of Kantara was the celebration of its folklore. In the first film, Bhutakola was shown as this raw, intimate tradition that made you feel the pulse of the village, be it their fears, their faiths, and their deep connection with nature. In Chapter 1, the same folklore is taken to a much larger canvas. The film tries to show how these devas, Panjurli and Guliga, weren't just rituals, but how they became legends, forces that defined justice, fear, and survival for entire communities. So while the first Kantara felt like watching the heartbeat of a culture, this prequel turns the same culture into a legend in trying to be more of a spectacle. Which kinda looks spectacular on screen, no doubt. But sometimes it loses the authenticity that made the first part so powerful. But that was in comparison. Now we strictly talk about Chapter 1. So one thing I did enjoy is that some unanswered mysteries from Kantara 1 finally get clarity. Like the wild boar angle, or why Shiva's father and later Shiva himself vanished into thin air at the same spot in the forest. You'll get those answers here. But at the same time, the film also introduces new mysteries. Don't worry, I won't spoil them for you. Rishabshetty, like in the first part, in the prequel, is once again the backbone of the film. Every frame he's in, he steals the show. Gulshan Devaiya, although with whatever little scenes he has as the antagonist evil king, is fantastic. Honestly, one of the best actors in the film, but underused. Wish he had more screen time, as his character would have added much more weight to the story. Rukmini makes her franchise debut and is a delight to watch. Not just for her beauty, but because she delivers a genuinely strong performance. Rest, almost every actor from the first film returns here in some form and they've done a fabulous job. What I loved is that even though the story is set decades before Kantara 1, many characters carry the same essence they had in the original. That's clever writing. It gives you some nostalgia, but loads of entertainment. Cinematography, art direction, and production design was as perfect as it can get. The same team that worked wonders on Kantara with just 16 crore budget now had around 100 crores, and you can see the difference. Every frame feels bigger, every canvas prettier, even the colors and set designs are stunning. Yellow and gold for the king to project wealth and royalty, and red to symbolize evil and danger. Then there's the forest where Kantara is based. It doesn't look like a typical forest here. It's mystical, almost alive. The way it's shot makes it feel like a sacred space where the human and the divine collide, which really elevates the folklore angle of the film. The action choreography is crazy good, and the background score elevates every sequence. In combat, or specifically in rituals, the BGM just grips you and pulls you straight into the moment. So overall, Kantara Chapter 1 is a decent to good film. Not as soul-stirring or raw as the first part, but still worth watching for Rishabh Shetty's performance, the strong cast, and the stunning world building. Think of it like this. The first film was more personal. This one is more spectacle. If you keep that in mind, you'll have a great time. And who knows, keep your eyes open, because maybe the seeds for the third part is already planted. So that's my take. Now I want to hear yours. So did you enjoy this larger epic take on the folklore, or do you prefer the raw, rooted feel of the first Kantara? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more reviews.